Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Thank you for watching and clicking on this video. Do watch the video to the end. If you are just joining, thank you. Hit the subscribe button. All right, in today's video we'll be talking about tips for doing a demo video. Now, a demo can be done in person at the school, and this is if you're already employed or if you are going in person to do the demo to the respective employer, right? But the demo video is also a video just to show your teaching flow to that particular employee. In today's context, it's going to be a video, and I'll be sharing some tips. Now, ensure you select a very relatable topic. If they have not given you any restrictions as to any topics, choose a relatable topic. One that is either food, clothing, animals, body parts, things that are relatable. All right, so you can definitely choose that. Now, also plan your lesson specific for that age group. If it's a kindergarten job you're being interviewed for, of course, you know the age group for kindergarten. Plan your lesson surrounding that age group. Ensure what you plan to teach can be done within 25 to 30 minutes. It can be a shorter time span. If your employer gave you a shorter time span, ensure you stick to it. But in a general sense, ensure your demo video is actually within the time frame given. All right. Now remember to have fun while you're doing the demo. So in teaching, you need to have fun. You need to smile, you need to laugh at silly jokes the students will give you. So in the demo video, whilst you won't have an actual student there, or if in your case, you have a child that you have decided to include in your demo video, kudos to you. You know, you act as if you're listening their response, you're giving their feedback, thumbs up, and all of that. Because it also will show how you will interact from the employer's perspective, how you would interact and affirm the students for doing the actions that you may want. Demo video, you need to be prepared. It should not be a case where you seem not confident in what you're doing. If it's a case where you need to write a demo script or a demo lesson plan, do that and get yourself familiarized with it. Also, you can go ahead and actually demonstrate and do a video and then watch it, rewatch it, and critique yourself and improve on that final video, because of course you want your best version of yourself out there and being sold to the employer. All right, so ensure of course you practice your demo and you feel comfortable in your transitions and the different activities and games that you have planned. All right, ensure that you actually have a flow. Now, an ideal flow in the demo would be, first of all, your self-introduction and greeting. Hello, my name is Tasheena. And then you can go ahead and do your warm-up. So here you can do action. Stand up, sit down, clap your hands, turn around, different actions, as well as you incorporate music. So you have songs, the silly songs, thumbs up, elbows in, a tummy shake, a tummy, for those who know that. So you ensure that you have captured your students' attention here. Remember, it's a video, so you may or may not have an actual student there, depending on you and what you decide to do, but you want it to be as close to what you'll actually do. Now, after doing your self-introduction and your warm-up song and actions, you go ahead and you first introduce the vocabulary words. Say, for example, I'm teaching body parts. The first thing I'm going to introduce, hand. You have either used a toy or a picture or your actual body part, hands, right? And you repeat this 3 times. So repetition is very good, especially at the kindergarten level too. So when you introduce a word, you need to actually allow for that student and pause. Whether or not you have a student in your demo video, you pause and listen. You say, oh, hand, hands, right? And you differentiate, or you say hand and you listen, say with me, and you listen, you do all these action as if there is a child there. All right, very important. So after teaching the vocabulary words first and having these repeated, then you can move on now to incorporate a game where they practice. So I am doing hand, right? I will do, okay, clap your hands, what, things like that, what they say. What they say, but you get the point. So you'll do a game or an action, or if it's a song too, that will incorporate them using the vocabulary word. Very important. Then after which you go ahead and have another practice activity or game incorporating that word. Now, very important, if it's a case where you're teaching a sentence structure as well, after playing the very first game, you can go back to teaching in the sense where you introduce that sentence. What is it? It's my hand. You teach the word as well as the sentence. So the first game is geared at practicing the vocabulary word. The second one is geared at practicing both the vocabulary word and the sentence, the key sentence you want the students to actually learn. Then your third game, you actually focus on vocabulary word and the sentence, and having the students do this by themselves as much as possible without your assistance, and you can do a general review. What is it? It's my hand. And that will be the end of your lesson. You do your closing. Okay, thank you. You were very, very good. Bye bye. You ensure you close your demo. So that's a normal flow of a demo. So let's recap that. You have your self-introduction and your greetings. You do your warm-up where you can do actions and the song. You do your first introduction of the vocabulary words. You may feel like you want to do a demonstration, role play, or whatever form you want to take it to introduce the words, that's fine. Now, here you also have the students repeat the words at least 3 times. After doing that, you do your first game geared towards having the students practice the vocabulary words taught. If it's that you are introducing a sentence as well, you go ahead, you teach the sentence, then you incorporate another game to practice that sentence, and that would be your game number 2. Your final game number 3 would be practicing both sentences and the words, right? Now, your demo might be very short where you only want 1 game. It all depends on the time allotted, how many games you are using, and also if you introduce sentences. But in a very real sense, in learning, you introduce the word and a sentence for which they can use the word, right? And that will be your demo lesson. It can be very simple, but the aim of it is to make it as interactive and fun. So you want to ensure your games are actually appropriate games for the age group and appropriate for the content being taught. All right, so very important to note. Remember to have fun. Have fun while you are doing this. Have fun, because it should look as closely as how you would definitely do it in person, because they want to see how you interact with the students, even when they're being difficult, right? You can act as if you have students that are very shy. Oh, say with me, and things of that sort. They look for these things. Be confident in yourself and comfortable in doing your demo. All right. Ensure as well that you pace yourself. Remember, it's young learners and they are small if it's kindergarten. But if it's older children, you still want to ensure you speak as slowly as possible, because it's still a second language and many struggle with English as well. So you want to pay attention to TPRs. These are total physical response. Your gestures are very important, especially for kindergarten students. You want to ensure you gesture a lot so they can pick up on what you're saying. If the language part fails, they can pick up, right? And it's just really fun. Sometimes your demo requires you to be a little silly, especially for the age group. That is fine. Have fun. Interact. It's learning and teaching. So you're learning your students while you're teaching them as well. Very important to note is that you want to show what reward system you have in place. Whether it be clap, Very good, very good. Okay, here's a sticker. You did really, really well. Whatever reward aspect you want to include, you can definitely feel free to go ahead and do that. All right, just giving you a bonus. The actual physical demo based on my experience. No, it's the same flow, right? It's the same flow. What will make it different is probably the number of students that will be present, because if you're gonna have, for example, 10 students present for a demo, you don't want to do 3 games, because as is, it would take time for each student to practice or to participate in a game. So you want to take this into consideration. Now, do not feel any way if you are physically doing a demo and students are looking at you. They are trying to get used to you. And of course, think back on when you're meeting somebody, you're not going to jump on them. You're going to be a bit skeptical and careful. It's just the same, so you want to not let that be a discouragement to you. Still go ahead and have fun and try to interact and get the students to interact with you. However, don't feel anyway if they do decide not to say anything, because you have at least one student in that physical in-person demo that will say something. So rest assured that is facts. At least one child will say something in the demo. So don't feel away if they're not as bubbly. They do take time to get used to you as well. All right, so if you're going for a physical demo, you want to ensure you are early as well. You're properly dressed as well. In this case, you have to be fully properly dressed, because of course they are going to see your entire body. So you want to be very much presentable. All right, and you want to bring your demo materials. So if you're teaching whatever topic, colors, you want to probably bring colored stuff, items and tools. Whatever you need for your video, you just go ahead and try to be as calm as possible in the demo video you're going to do, or whether it be the in-person demo, and flow as naturally as possible. All right, I know it can be nerve-wracking, especially in a case where if you're doing the in-person demo and you have several persons looking back at you, that can be very nerve-wracking. Or if you are already employed and doing demo videos, you don't really like it, and sometimes parents are there, you're not sure what they're saying, and they might be a little bit critical, but just have fun and don't focus on that. All right, ensure you don't focus on that. And remember, repetition cements learning. So ensure that you have at least allowed the students to repeat the words at least twice. Aim for 3 times. And that's a charm. What you can do is test the students' retention at the very, very end of your demo, whether this be in your demo video or the in-person demo, to see if the students are at least able to say the word. Right? If they are not able to say the sentence, that's fine, because it's a demo video, right? You're not actually always there teaching them. This is just the first time of them interacting with you. So you don't expect, not all children will get that or catch on as quickly as possible. All right. So that's it. So my tips were a combination. I gave you a bonus. So the first part was for persons who are going to be doing a demo video, and the second part was for persons who are going to do the in-person demo, whether it be you're within that school area already or province and you decide to go physically to do a demo, or you are already employed at the school and you have to do demos. So I hope this was an informative one for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.